Right, that's an IM. Okay, let's play E4. Maybe Ruy Lopez. I think King's Gambit's losing me too many games recently, actually. I'm not sure I can recommend it too much at the moment. D3 is a solid system. I just want to avoid theory and just play for C3 and D4. I know that's a bit of a humble thing to consider. He might rob my light square bishop. I'll take the opportunity to tuck it away. Okay, so just a bit of simple chess. Maybe getting knight f1 to g3, just chase that bishop to g6. Tuck my bishop away. Eventually I want to play for d4, stretch in the centre. I mean, in a way, this stuff is keeping the energy of the position rather than, you know, committing the energy with like King's Gambit stuff. I don't know, bishop a4, yeah, would that be annoying? It could be part of my plan to get d4 in with a bit more pressure. Bishop e3, he's always on e4 at the moment though, so what about knight h4, try and rob him of that bishop, or just play knight f5. These light squares, is he going to be punished for that? Can he be punished? Knight f5. Or, yeah, if I play knight f5. I'm holding him on the queen side actually. That bishop on a4 is not too bad for holding him. Bishop g5, threatening bishop f6. Doesn't look too bad. This bishop looks a bit blocked in. Maybe even c4. Or here, I don't know, bishop f6 here. Or e takes. Do I want to try and get the e4 square for my knight? C4 and knight e4. Just try and get a light square masterpiece going. C4, knight e4. If I can block in this bishop behind its pawns of the same colour, maybe take this knight now. Okay, and then c4, knight e4. Play for the light square domination. In fact, I could have taken the other knight there, just to try and leave him with a bad bishop against my knight on e4. If I can get in, I don't know, if the knight leaves, then knight e4 and f6. Okay, do I have to swap for a d5? I think I might have to, because otherwise, I don't know, bishop c6 though, bishop e4, bishop c6, bishop d5. Or just knight e4. I think knight e4. Because if I can take, I can lock down d5 with the rooks, maybe double on d6. He'd be slightly passive. Bishop c6 here might help. So I play knight f6, bishop d5. Maybe a better bishop against his dark square bishop. Okay, light square domination plan, although I'm losing that e4, that pawn. Thankfully he didn't take it. Okay, I can switch a rook in right at e3. Let him trade off the queens. I can get the a file as well. I've got a few trump cards here. Surely I've outplayed him positionally. Strategic crush. Surely. Although, do I want the rook over there? Maybe just take with this pawn. Use the rooks on the a file. Okay, if I can get rook a4, maybe an exchange sack soon on a5, because bishop's pointing at a8, so there'll be no rook a8. Exchange sack, where do I want my king for this ending? Maybe e2 to start off with. That would be good actually, so I'll just aim for that exchange sack. Maybe king f1 to e2, just tease him first. Although he stops the exchange sack, probably kind of wisely. Okay, do I want him to play h4? Just in case, maybe g3. If I want the option of g takes. Oh, what's going on here on the king side? He's undermining d5, isn't he? So I'll keep hold of that d5 bishop. That is possibly a trump card. Now g5, he could take and play f6. What about switching the rooks rather sneakily over here, just for a kingside attack, hijacking his h-file? So g5 here, he's always got takes and f6, or has he? Has he indeed? If I get a rook to a1, then it might be more in the cards. So g5 here, he could take off the rook, play rook h8. There's always f6 and bishop f7 as a decoy now. So I'll play it now. If If I can get in that f6 move, surely that would be dangerous with this big bishop against his dark square bishop. It's always nice to strategically crush an IM. Okay, so if I can just no, that f6 is good there, isn't it? So if I can just take on h8, takes rook g1. No, it's not holding up. Mind you, takes, I'm protecting the rook with my bishop. So maybe rook g1 is okay. Takes, I'll be on g6. So that's sneaky, isn't it? Bishop protecting the rook. If I can get my own attack going here. But I've just lost the pawn. Great. Unless I take on here first. Okay, I'll take on f6 first. Okay, surely it's too dangerous for him to... I can't take on g6, can I? King e7... No. Play check here and win d6. Okay, better than nothing. I'm on b6 now. So, okay, I can... What can I do? Play for rook a6 and play rook d7. I'm losing control of the position, maybe. Do I really want... What about rook... I don't know, rook e6. Let's just go for rook a6. Otherwise, maybe, you know, a4, he's going to get a dangerous passed pawn. Alright, if I don't take it, is there a big problem? If I do take it, king f4, f3 is coming into the position probably. But I don't know, these are supporting each other. So maybe rook f6 now at some point, but I'm down to a minute. Okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to actually play rook f6, f5, trying to win the e5 pawn? Or just take on a5? I think take on a5 while I can. Then come back to that e5 pawn. He's going to have moves like... Oh, he's coming with counterplay. Whoa! Okay. Counterplay. Am I going to get mated? I think I have to make way for my king with c5 soon. Otherwise I'm going to get mated. Bishop e3 and rook d2. Or rook... Oh, I have to play c5. If I can get this pawn going, get the king to b5, then c6. Bishop's still useful. The king actually coming to c4 protects b3. So king c4, b5, c6. How is the bishop getting back? c7 is getting critical there. I think, okay, but he's got a whole minute clock advantage, 49 seconds. But my bishop's in the right place, my rook's in the right place, and my king should be in the right place soon. I think on b5 to support c6. Okay, let's just get the king over here. Actually, d5, avoid losing embarrassingly c5. Okay, slight change of plan there, but we're on course still. So c6, there's rook b6, so what about ruling that out first? With, I don't know, rook b5, is that the stronger one? I'll go for that. Oh no, just dropped c5, he didn't take. Okay, try and get the pawn to c7. Bishop's on b1 at the moment. About 30 seconds left. 29 seconds left. Bishop's covering b1. Although he could play rook e3. c8 queen takes on e4. I just have to... What about bishop b1? I think I have to do it. Rook queen over here. That was probably the wrong move. Rook e1, there's check on h2. I'll check over here. Actually, rook b3, but I've only got 16 seconds left. So I'm going to have to, I don't know, get some pre-moves in or something. Sack on b2. And this is going to be nasty. What about queen h2? Try and get an attack going. Queen h2. Try and win the rook. The rook's actually kind of loose here. So, actually, am I winning the rook? Next move. 13 seconds though. Queen f3 mates if king e4. Okay, I'll win this rook. Pre-move. Block the pawn. Pre-move. Take care. Pre-move. Get the queen. Oh, okay. Get the queen over here. get the king to try and win the thing over here. 10 seconds. Is he going to resign? First IM win for the new year? Is he going to disconnect? Is he probably going to disconnect? No, he forfeits on time. Blimey. Whoa! Okay, so sometimes it's good not to play the King's Gambit. Just try and play positionally. Okay. So positional chess even in a 5-minute game, but he didn't win f5 when he had the chance. Bit of a blunder here. Bishop d5. Okay. Thought the a file, potentially the exchange stack, was extinguished, and then he started to try and undermine d5 indirectly, and then I don't know, got into a bit of chaos here. But it seems that winning c5 started to give me the advantage, but then again I blew the pawn here with rook a6, just rook c5. These inaccuracies just creep in, don't they? So king d6 takes, then c6 would have been more prudent, but he missed that as well. So he's given me some chances. The bishop's nicely on b1 square, luck, as luck has it, and then mopping up the rook, and then okay, comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.